So today we will discuss about the important topics for exam. I'm not taking this page number wise because few students have received the new edition, others have the old edition, so page numbers may vary. It may lead to confusions, etc. So I'll just go by topic name, okay, and any other information related to that particular chapter. I'll just discuss it here. So all the chapters, important topics, we'll discuss here. So you can plan accordingly, you can prepare accordingly. And questions may come in MCQ format as well as in theory format. Okay. When you will get the link, when you get the mail from an HCA, you will know which format you have received. Okay. So be prepared for both. So starting the session, the first chapter will be your overview of sports nutrition. So in that you have certain abbreviations like REDS, that is the energy intake. Okay, that is a relative decrease in the energy intake because of sports. Then we have RMR, that is a resting metabolic rate. Okay, so these abbreviations, what does it mean? Please study that. The guidelines on daily carbohydrate intake, pre and post exercise meal intake, nutrition intake, and competition nutrition in a snapshot. Because carbohydrate intake, we have discussed it detailedly in another chapter. We'll come to that as well. Competition nutrition another is another separate chapter. But the snapshot of information that you will find here, please just focus on that as well. Coming to the next chapter, that is your energy for exercise. So, what is energy? What is ATP, ADP? The relation between ATP, ADP, okay? How they get transformed, and all the kilocalories. What is kilocalories? What is kilojoules? Okay, conversion, and the metabolism boxes which you find in blue boxes. Okay, metabolism. What is metabolism? Blue boxes given that energy value for different food. That is your carbohydrate. 1 gram of carbohydrate will give you 4 kilocalories. Okay, 1 gram of fat can give you 9 kilocalories. Okay, those data and storing macronutrients in the body. How is excess of fat stored in your body? How is excess of glycogen stored in your body? Okay, if there is excess of protein, what happens to it, and how is it stored in your body? So these things in paragraphs they have given. Just I try to identify the facts from here. So what is creatine? A blue box is given about creatine. Read that. About lactic acid as well. A blue box is given, and all the graphs, the relation between all the graphs. Understand that. Okay. Coming to the next chapter of carbohydrate and performance. Relation between glycogen and performance. Okay, muscle glycogen and performance. How do they relate? What is a high carb diet? What is the facilities of a high carb diet? Okay, what are the pros and cons? Key facts you should know. What do you mean by training low? Okay, the benefits of training low as well as the cons of training low. Okay, then carbohydrate periodization. Just go through it once. And training and immunity. What's the relation between training and an athlete's immunity? Sugar. How much sugar is required? Is sugar good for athletes? Okay, how much is required? This data. What is glycemic index? How do you calculate it? Okay, and what are the examples of a low glycemic diet, and even the benefits of low glycemic diet. What are fibers? How do they help? And carbohydrate timing boxes are given throughout the chapter. Please refer that. Pre-workout, post-workout, during snacks, during mealtime, how much carbohydrate should be there? Okay, those information you should know. Coming to the next chapter, protein requirements. What are protein? Why do the athletes would need protein? What are the list of how many essential amino acids are there? Okay, all the boxes regarding protein metabolism, bioavailability of protein. Please read that. Protein and exercise duration before, during, after. Okay, what gram of protein one should consume based on their body weight, how much gram of protein they should consume. Okay, and the timings. Okay, these many hours before, these many hours or minutes before the workout, post workout, etc. Timings boxes are also given, as well as tables are given. Refer that. Before sleep, why is it necessary to have protein before sleep? What is the rationale behind that? Okay, what is leucine? How does leucine help in building the repair? and the damage done. How is milk referred to as a recovery drink? Why is it that we call milk a recovery drink? And the major sources of protein, vegetarian as well as non-vegetarian, major source of protein. A table is given, just refer that. Okay. Per portion size, how much protein you're getting, we don't require that, but you should know the major sources of protein. Tomorrow, if you are asked this question, even in your practice, you should be able to blurt out these examples of your mind, okay, even without reference. Coming to the next chapter of vitamins and minerals, the difference, what are vitamins, what are minerals, the difference between these, what is EAR, estimated average requirement, RNI, reference nutrient intake, LRNI, lower reference nutrient intake, DRVs, daily reference values. These abbreviation and their meaning, learn that. Requirements and exercise. Will the vitamin and mineral requirement increase with your exercise? Okay, what is the relation between these? And what are supplements? Do you actually need supplements? What kind of supplements an athlete would require? Okay, and difference between natural and time release supplements, are they any good? Okay, what are antioxidants, what are free radicals, what are the good sources, major good sources of antioxidants? Read this. Okay, all the key summary points at the end of, not all chapter has summary points or key points, but which all chapters have summary and key points, please keep that in mind. Okay, try to retain all those information from the summary and key points while you're preparing. Next, coming to sports supplements, all the topics are important, especially focus on the do I need it part. At the end of explaining the pros and cons of each sports supplements here, do the athlete actually require it? A question is answered. Okay, so you should know about that part of the topic being discussed. Okay, does the athlete actually require it or not? Is it banned or not? Okay, what are the rationale behind using this particular supplement, pros and cons, etc. So in sports nutrition, all the topics are important, especially the rational part and do I need it conclusion part. Next, coming to hydration. So what is sweat? How is it made? What is fluid loss? And how do you lose your fluid from the body? Dangers of dehydration, acute and extreme. What is the relation between dehydration and performance? How performance will be affected when an athlete is dehydrated? How to hydrate yourself before, during, and after your exercise. Some tables are given, refer that as well. Fluid calculator. Those who have the old edition textbook on page number 146, fluid calculator in a blue box is given. Just go through those steps properly. If a person is taking part in marathon, what are the guidelines of drinking water, being hydrated when you're performing in marathon? What are sports drinks? What are the different osmolality in sports drink? Isotonic, hypotonic, etc. Sports drink. So understand that. What is maltodextrin? Why do we use maltodextrin in sports drink? What is the use of it? Okay. How is it effective than your regular random sugars? Then what is caffeine? How should you avoid caffeinated drink, or which athletes should have caffeinated drink? What is the use of caffeine in sports performance? So these are the important topics to be discussed and information to be retained from hydration chapter. Next, coming to the body fat and dietary fat. So the difference between body fat, dietary fat, what do you mean by each? What is body fat? What is dietary fat? How your performance is affected by body fat? What is the actual advantage of having body fat? What is BMI? the calculation of BMI, uses, benefits, the limitations of BMI. Okay, just know the key points of it. What is fat distribution and why is it important? What are the different forms in which you can measure your body fat? Different assessments are given, like waist circumference, underwater weighing, skin fold calipers, bod and pod, DEXA scan. Okay, what are the minimum levels of body fat a male athlete as well as a female athlete should maintain, and what is a desirable body fat for both males and female athletes? What is the relation between women, especially women athletes who have extremely low body fat? What are the risk of it? Okay, amenorrhea, bone loss, all these things. Okay, that female athlete triad will come into play here. How much fat should be there in your diet, in your balanced diet? What are omega-3 fatty acids? What are the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids? Okay, these are the important aspects of body fat and dietary fat chapter. Next, both the chapters on weight loss and weight gain, very important from a practical approach. From your practical approach, both these chapters are quite important. You have to be thorough with all the blue boxes, summary, and key points at the end of the chapters, tables. Okay, please be very thorough with all this in both these chapters. Especially study these two chapters from a practical point of view. Because whenever not just athletes, even your regular clients, which you will see in your future, 90% of the clients will come to you with weight loss. Some will come with weight gain. Okay, so these chapters will not just help the athletes, but also the regular population regarding weight loss and weight gain. So be very thorough with these two chapters. So all the blue boxes, tables, key points given are important. Next, coming to female athlete. The female athlete, again, what is RED? Relative energy deficient in sports. Eating disorders, different types of eating disorders. Who all are the athletes who are at risk of getting an eating disorder? Characteristics of anorexia nervosa. A table is given. Okay, physical sign, psychological sign, behavioral sign. Very important table. Characteristics of anorexia nervosa. And what is menstrual dysfunction because of deficiency? How does it lead to bone loss? What is iron deficiency anemia? And what is actually sports anemia? And in case of a pregnant athlete, what concentrations you should give her? So these are the important parts from the female athlete chapter. Then coming to young athlete, energy requirement, protein tables, carbohydrate requirement, fat requirement, pre-exercise, during exercise, post-exercise, meals as well as snacks. You will notice this in young athlete, they have exclusively mentioned snacks as well, how much and when. Okay, so please be thorough with both these aspects of meals as well as snacks. Then dehydration. Why is it that the young athlete is at higher risk of getting dehydrated as compared to an adult athlete? There's such questions you can expect. And how much water should they drink before, during, and after workout? How much water they should drink, or that after the training, during the training, how much water they should consume? Young athlete. And supplements, are they actually necessary, and what kind of supplements are necessary? Creatine, is it required in young athletes or not? Read that paragraph properly. Weight loss and weight gain, all the key facts. Lots of pages have been dedicated to weight loss and weight gain, even in young athletes. So all the key points, key inputs, be thorough with that. Any slides if you require in repeat session at the end, after ending this particular presentation, I'll show you all the slides together. And coming to vegetarian athlete. So what are vegetarian diets? Different forms of vegetarian diets. Benefits and performance. What are the benefits of being on a vegetarian diet? Does vegetarian diet impact the performance or not? Okay. And one of the major core in a vegetarian diet, it is the protein requirement. How can you uh, rational that particular solve that particular issue? What are the different sources of protein in a vegetarian diet? Pitfalls of being on a vegetarian diet, okay, and special consideration nutrients, key points, that is by iron, zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, fruits, vegetables, okay, carbohydrate. So they are all these key nutrients, what special consideration you have to look after for in a vegetarian diet. Just try to gather up all the facts from these paragraphs. Then we have the older athlete. Again, in older athlete, what is aging? What is the impact of aging over fitness? Okay, what age related changes you should be wary of while dealing with an older athlete, and what specific nutritional requirement they will require for each of that age related change. A table is given, okay, in an old edition textbook, a table is given on page number 266. Refer that table. What is the energy requirement for older athlete? Protein, carbohydrate, and fat requirements as well. What is the importance of being on omega-3 supplements, vitamin D, as well as fluid? Next, coming to competition nutrition, all the tables and blue boxes are important here for competition nutrition. Important chapter from exam point of view. So you will find whole lot of tables and blue boxes here in competition nutrition. Be thorough with that. Okay.